Do cheap turntables actually destroy your records? If you believe those many YouTube videos and YouTube comments on that topic, then yes. But apart from those warnings, there's hardly any proof to be found. So let's take care of that and test it. I just bought this turntable here, and it's made by a company called Watson. At least that's what the name badge says. It probably fell off the same assembly line as most of the cheap turntables out there. It's one of those retro all-in-one players with a radio and built-in speakers. And more importantly, the same kind of tone arm and pickup system you would find on lots of different turntables, like the Crosley Cruiser, many Ion branded turntables, Steepletones, etc. etc. They all use the same basic hardware. I also bought the same record twice. It's a 7-inch single from a band called Wintergreen. I chose them mostly because, well, they were cheap. They were both sealed and unplayed, and the song is obscure enough so the YouTube copyright system probably won't go crazy on me. What I'm going to do now is play both records 100 times each. One on the cheap plastic turntable here, and one on this super OEM DJ turntable with an Autophone 2M red cartridge. When I'm done, I will compare how both records sound after the first play and the 100th play. The theory is that turntables like this one here will basically grind down the grooves of your record. The reason for that is supposed to be that the tracking force needed for those cheap ceramic cartridges here is just too high for your average record to withstand for longer periods of time. Another problem is that these tone arms here don't have a counterweight in the back, so their tracking force cannot be adjusted. So let's get started with the test. Let's listen to the results and look at the waveforms. To clarify, for consistency I made all the recordings you are going to hear with the DJ turntable. This is how the record sounded like before it has been played on the cheap turntable. Pay close attention to the noise level. I'll start with the lead-in groove. You can clearly hear how much louder the surface noise has become. Let's continue with the intro. You can clearly hear how the increased noise mixes with the original sound and changes it. Now let's listen to a part of the song that contains vocals. You can hear that the vocals are now a little bit distorted in places. This is what a cheap turntable with a heavy tracking ceramic cartridge does to your records. So if the question is, do cheap turntables destroy your records? Well, that depends on your definition of destroyed. The music is still there, But after this test, I would say the record has clearly been significantly damaged. There's just one more thing left to do. We still have to compare what the record that has only been played on the Super OEM turntable sounded like before and after it has been played 100 times. Even after this record has been played many times, it still sounds just like the first time. What's the conclusion? Well, if you actually like your records, do not buy these cheap plastic turntables. Go for something better. There are many alternatives that hardly cost more. So please, save your records and invest a few bucks more in a better turntable. It's worth it.